Welcome, friends! LostScarf here, and it's time for Phoenix Wright 3, and I think we're at the end of the game. Maybe Dahlia's out, so we'll see in a second. I'm wondering if this is Maya being controlled, but then that means Maya's the murderer. I don't know. Here we go. February 10th, 1:06 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 7. But why would she show herself? That's the question. Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness. Yes? How can I help you, Mr. Judge? It seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony. I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. She's got that same evil look that they usually give villains, so yep, she's evil. Huh? In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night. Here we go! I'm recording, right? The plan. Yeah, I'm recording. The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. Oh! The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. What? So that means you really are... Hold on. Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay? Yes. You have a problem with that? Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way that... Museum. Watch yourself, Trite. If you've got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's my rule. Mr. Godot is correct, and by the way, that's my rule as well. To kill Maya? Could it be true? Then what the hell happened with Misty? You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. I see. So that's when you discussed the plan? Huh. Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well. Even though I'm her own daughter. All to make Pearl Fay the master of Karain. She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister, Misty, took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan. A plan, huh? What the hell, Morgan Fay? You're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct? Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us. You and your sister... you and your twin sister, Iris. That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in my life was myself. My sister was a nuisance. I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple. Jesus! You mean Iris? Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? But on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. How horrible. The real horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power. Unfortunately for her, Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams on that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family. But Pearl doesn't seem like she was really all that beaten over, like, you know, like, I guess she just wasn't old enough to really, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Pearl seems like a good little girl. Maya would have to die, but why? For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya. How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all. That's ridiculous! She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter. And naturally the life of Maya Fey as well. How could anyone do that? You were going to kill Maya? Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was to follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me. Ugh. So the plan was to blame the crime on your younger sister. On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple. She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it. Museum. And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini. I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But we wound up seeing Iris' crime anyway. But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she? No, she doesn't care. Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her. Backstabber? You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway. Alright. You think the plan was a success? You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Now the title of the master will pass on to Pearl Fey. Wait. That's absurd! Maya's just... She's just trapped. Trapped inside the sacred cavern. Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you, my darling Feeny? Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Ouch! Your sniveling naivete, and your pathetic faith in other people. I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fey's plan? I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of. If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. So then tell me, why? Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. So, just like Morgan Fey's self-interest, it's her self-interest. It's the same thing. For my own personal satisfaction. What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead. You understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? What my goal was? No! Press! Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Fay. Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to that day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious. So she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan and her plan so she could accomplish her own goal. All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. That was the only way I could think to get revenge. Revenge? It looks like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. I can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. I've got to keep a cool head. And I need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan, and what she was after as well. What piece of evidence? My only guess is Mia, because Mia got her taken out. Yep, it's Mia. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either. You wanted to take revenge on someone? I was sentenced to death because of that woman. Mia Fey. I somehow knew this was it. I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up. And the reason it was impossible? Museum. Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died? Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. And how do you do that? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plan. Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? Your goal is no different than that of Morgan Fey. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless. Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. Drink! I've already told you. There's not a thing you can do to me. That night, at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up, put on a demon warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple. So it was at least Donam who channeled her after all. Huh. Why would she channel her? Yeah, I was like, why would Maya do it? Elise did it. But why? That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing. He left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back. What did you do then? That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Oh god! Mia took control and killed her! She killed her own mother to stop Dahlia. Oh god. That's an even worse play, yep! Holy crap. But how did they move the body then? Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... So then you're saying you stabbed Maya? It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that mean? No clear memory.
I don't know. I think I was stabbed. Yeah, because you were Elise! You were stabbed! At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it. No, it's Mia using Pearl! Mia used Pearl instead! That's gotta be it! That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a french fry with a plastic fork. Okay, that's weird. Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her. I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end. That's where my memory temporarily stops.
It stops?
So, it's Iris taking control... It's her taking control of Iris right now. I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was... Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up again. After that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You were in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself.
For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock. As soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall.
What? Ooh.
Phoenix! Could it have been Maya? What a chance she's possessing Maya right now. I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. But I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern.
That morning, only two people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll in gravy.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather. The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct? Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck, the earthquake!
After that big earthquake, she showed up, all by herself.
Iris! The real Iris?
She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation.
So Iris is in there, not Maya. That means she's inhabiting Maya.
I locked her away in my place.
But that doesn't look like Maya's clothing at all.
I had finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan had succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Pearl Fey.
Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was... Misty Fey,
That's the question, why?
the picture book artist.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, wasn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fey. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is... Killed her own mother.
Matricide. The sin of killing her own mother.
Yeah, that's bad. Ugh! No way!
Yeah, that's pretty not good. That's pretty dick.
But we know Maya didn't do it. I think it's Mia that did it. Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fey's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
Ridiculous! That's nonsense!
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting those facts, isn't there?
What? What do you mean? But what is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fey has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Huh?
The idea that she's still in the Sacred Cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the Inner Temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be.
Where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else?
Or... right here. But why would Maya summon Dahlia? Because Dahlia is not questioning whose body she's in. Eagle River.
Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. So, what do you have to say now, Feeny?
Okay, whose phone is that? Godot's? That ain't Phoenix's. Oops, yeah. Sorry, that's my museum. Oops, sorry, that's my phone. What kind of ringtone is that? Someone's have to tell in the comments because I don't remember this ringtone and I know it's something we've heard. Beep. Godot here. Oh, it's gonna be Iris in the cavern. Okay, thanks. Beep. Was it something important? They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern. That's great! What about Maya? There was a woman in that cave. Was it Maya Fey? No, it's Iris. Museum. It was the accused, Sister Iris. Huh?
Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just got finished telling you that.
So what about Maya? Where is she? It's obvious where she is. But why would she summon Dahlia? Museum. There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern. No! It can't be!
I told you, didn't I? She's dead.
No! No! Who is she in right now? Because she ain't in bikini as far as we know. No, she ain't in bikini. She's in Maya! It seems that this case has come to an end. A tragic end. Sadly, it appears the killer of Elise Donum, also known as Misty Fey. was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River. It can't be. Huh? Oh, it's him. Huh. Godot's figured it out, hasn't he? Wright, have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. No matter how improbable it may seem. What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot? According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, she would have hit land. Yep. I like how Godot's just painting this all for us and we're not figuring it out ourselves. Museum. It must have been from the inner temple side near the bridge. That's right. That's where she jumped from. Nope! It's all land. But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there. Huh! What? Don't get your panties all twisted up, trite. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. So it's impossible. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into the Eagle River. Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fey threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim? Yeah, the map. Yep, right there. It's all landmass. It's impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. There it is. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf. Oh, you're right. She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped from there. In other words, she had jumped. We should be able to see her body in this photo. Ah. Huh. So you finally figured it out. You... No. Oh, order! You're just playing with me. Maya Fey's body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's no way out. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding. Oh! Dahlia saved Maya by getting her out of the cavern. Wow. Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Yes, just a few minutes ago. Maya Fey wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Correct? That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be. What? What is this one possibility you are talking about? That's obviously a bluff. So where's her dead body, then? She's not dead. Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally the living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there is a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Misty Faye's still dead, even if Dahlia failed this part. She didn't get punishment on Mia, or Maya, but she did kill their mother. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya is in this very courtroom. There's only one possibility left. Yep. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom. What? Maya Fey is here. You say she's here in my courtroom? Yup. Dahlia Hawthorne. I seem to recall that you said. I had misunderstood one thing you say. You see...
So what?
But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood.
What do you mean?
Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne?
Why, that's obvious. It's Pearl Fay, a pathetic little sniveling runt.
Good guess. But we saw Pearl. You're wrong. She never saw Pearl She never saw Pearl in this form? Oh snap, I didn't know that. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it.
I never failed at channeling someone. It's the first time it's happened.
Isn't there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone called me before Pearl did? But who?
Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime. But she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now, am I correct? It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. But why? She just smart enough to realize? This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Fay is gone. There's only one possibility left. Come on already. I can't stand the tension. Dahlia Hawthorne. The person channeling you right now must be... Maya Fay. What? So that's how you do it, huh? Okay. But how could that be? Remember what this witness Dahlia Hawthorne said about her goal. Museum. She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fay. Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her... Well, Gramps, what would happen? Yeah, could it be... It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor.
Well, I don't. What are you going on about?
What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason. To protect herself from you. Oh, that's a good play. That's a good play.
To protect herself? From me?
Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fay. The path to the inner temple was closed off and there was nowhere for her to run. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide?
You mean, that's when she channeled me?
All along you thought you had been channeled by Pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you. So Maya put the lock on herself.
No.
Don't say that! Oh, snap!
You're saying that I was played for a fool by that little whelp? If they killed herself? Isn't it obvious?
Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. So she thought she was Pearl the whole time. Because if she figured out she was Maya, she would have killed herself to kill Maya. Holy crap. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple.
I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who has never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea?
Mia as Pearl. Well?
Me, of course.
There's Pearl! Mia!
Mia Fay. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Alright, I need to change up voices now. Godot's like, son of a bitch. Like, So it's true. It was you.
Yes.
You're something else.
But what? What are you doing here?
That hair. It's Pearl's, right? So Pearl was here the whole time? Listening to the entire plot? sucks to be Pearl right now, unless Mia was here the whole time, in her form.
Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in her temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fey. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you.
She did? Not terribly surprising since she was about to be killed.
When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do.
Wait, what? Why did she lose consciousness? What? Okay, there's still some pieces missing.
She did that? I can't believe it. Of course, I didn't have all the details. But one thing was perfectly clear.
And that was?
I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free.
Free? What do you mean?
It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived.
So it was Maya who put that lock on there. Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things?
If she hadn't done that, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else.
Pearl!
By one Pearl Fey.
Pearls?
Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan. All she was trying to do was follow her mother, Morgan Fey's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly.
So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have been used. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Fey to kill Maya at all costs. Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along.
How dare you? I won't forget this.
Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure.
Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say? What do you mean by another?
Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure.
What? How dare you?
11 years ago. The fake kidnapping. Your very first crime. You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but after Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed.
Shut your mouth. That wasn't my fault. It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner, that weakling of a policewoman.
And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but you wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer funny.
You wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face.
And now this. You've messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape. You did kill me, Misty Fey, though. Even though she was right there in front of you.
Mia Fey? Mia Fey? Mia Fey? Mia Fey?
Okay, she's pissed.
You spinster! I was supposed to kill Maya Fey one like I swore I would. If only you had gotten this spiky-head jerk the guilty verdict.
I wouldn't have been hanged to death. True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. What? What did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all eternity. I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you, because you're already dead. What about it? Then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne. A miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there is no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burned to a crisp. You're wrong. It can't be. How could I lose to the likes of you? It no longer matters. They need to get her out of there before she kills Maya. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. Ah! Oh, God! Oh, seizures. No, she could kill Maya right now. Oh, she didn't. She got out. Okay. Holy Jesus! Hi! I'm not ready. Not ready to go. She's out. Maya could just force her out? Or did, oh, there's the maggot hammer. Or did Mia kick her out? Holy crap. That doesn't look like Maya's usual clothing. I guess she changed her outfit. Nick? Sis? Did she change her clothes? That's a dunk. Yep. Okay, get a burger stat! Now! She hasn't eaten like, what, 2-3 days? Jesus. Now then. I assume you are the real Iris? Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern. I must say you and your twin sister are indeed identical, from what I see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Cadeau, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne? If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the hell she came from. It seems that Misty Fey wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Fey, as well as the young Pearl Fey, were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan. Yes, Your Honor. The tragedy of the Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. When has that been the name? When has that been the name? It would be best for everyone to no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again. Yeah, Your Honor? Yes, what is it? About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the crane channeling technique. Hey, isn't that the New Year's issue of Occult? I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench. And in all that time, I've finally learned this one thing. Each case is different and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ. Never thought of it that way. At any rate, time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Sakura Temple. By the way, obviously my brother is really immersing himself in Canada. Yep. Pretty much. What the what? Godot! We don't know who killed Misty, that's the problem. Museum. You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot?
This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means. What? Wright? Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony? Huh? Dahlia's testimony? I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... Unless Misty Face stabbed herself? What if Misty Faye had the willpower to stab herself, right? I thought Pearl did it through Mia, but no? It's strange, but I don't have a clue. I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed. Yeah, we're missing this thing. I thought we were going to cover it after the case. Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone.
Yes, that's right.
Museum. The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. Elise Donham. No, Misty Faye. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it. This isn't over! Oh my balls! Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. We can't let her walk until there is evidence that proves her innocence. No way!
But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony.
Prosecution is ready to call our final witness.
Final witness?
This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye.
Indeed.
Is it really all right, Mr. Prosecutor? Of course it's all right, Madam Attorney.
Very well then. Who is this final witness?
Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event, and will put the final dagger in this case.
Someone who saw the murder take place?
The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes. You mean... Maya! She can't testify after what she's just been through! Museum. We need to find the truth. The prosecution calls Maya Fey to the witness stand.
Very well. But first, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Fey to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we'll proceed with the trial.
Hey, Wright, I've got something to say to you, so listen up. What is it? I don't think much of you as a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow manage to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. True! True! Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. You've got some nerve. But that's not going to happen this time. This time, you're going to have to do this by yourself. He does it on his own all the time, man.
That's enough. This court is now in recess. Kickball, damn it.
Here we go. February 10th, 2:56 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day, and we didn't even have a chance to talk. She's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, they had already switched places, and Iris was inside the sacred cavern. I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on. Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you. Why did you help your sister out as much as you did? Huh? If you had tried to get help at the sacred cavern yesterday, you wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there. My sister. I felt sorry for her. This always happens. This always happens. The good one feels bad for the bad one. Oh god, every time it happens. Quick aside, I was reading an article about a real horrible roommate. There was a good brother and a bad brother. The good brother, the bad brother, the family doted on him a lot. A lot and a lot and a lot. The good brother got nothing. No one, the parents didn't do any doting on him at all. They both grew up. One became just, he became a success. The good one did. And the bad one, he became a total ass and did a lot of horrible things to a lot of people. Did a lot of horrible things to a lot of people for years. But every time that bad brother got in trouble, the good brother would bail him out. And then one day, after years of the good brother bailing out the bad brother finally killed the good one. And this happened in reality. The good one always feels bad for the bad one. And they always try to help them out because, well, they're the good one. And it never goes well. Literally and literally. In real life. Alright, let's go. My sister, I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by our mother and never got any love from our father either. Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it? Yes, but at least I had Sister Bikini, who was like a mother to me. If only Dahlia had come with me to Hazakura Temple. I'm pretty sure she would have killed you all. I always loved her. Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. Never complained about a thing. That's why I promised her that I would help her. Are you talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago? Yes. I wanted to be useful to her in some way. But as usual, I was too cowardly and at the last minute I ran away. Because of that, Dahlia's half-sister Valerie ended up... That was the case that wounded Mia so badly. But things didn't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder. Some people? You must mean... Yes, 2 defense lawyers. Mia Fey and Diego Armando. After poisoning Mr. Armando, who was getting too close to learning the truth. Dahlia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. So there it is, there's the poisoning right there. She poisoned him at a different time, I guess? I'm confused. You. That's right. Iris. There's one more thing I have to ask you. Yes, what is it? On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, at least Donham, was it really you? Yes, it was me. That night after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30 I received a call on my cell phone. Beep. That's a problem. Come to the inner temple right away. I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But the lightning struck. The path to the inner temple was cut off, right? Exactly. Beep. We can't just leave the body here. Alright, let's do this as you said. Body swing, so they had a cell phone the whole time. So where's the cell phone Dahlia had, huh? It was me. I was the one that received her body. The murder weapon had been left in her bodies, so she wouldn't bleed too much. Maya was knocked out this whole time. And if Mia didn't do it, did Misty kill herself and take over Maya's body to do the rest of the plan? Because Dahlia didn't do any of this next part. Did Misty inhabit Pearl? Misty did something in this. Misty did all of this. Somehow. It's gotta be, but it is weird. It's convoluted as hell.
The staff that Mystic Elise always held.
I knew it. So the actual murder weapon was the staff.
Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakura Temple on the snowmobile.
But why? Why did you alter the body?
I didn't want anyone to know that the staff was the murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Faye. So I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with a shishito. I wiped the blood off the staff's blade and left it next to her on the ground.
Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it.
I see. Taking staff updated. Misty Faye killed herself! Defendant!
Yes?
The judge is calling you. He wants you to see him. He wants to see you in his chambers. He's getting kind of bored playing kickball on his own. Needs a new partner. He has some questions about Dahlia Hawthorne.
All right. Well then, I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you later.
Oh, okay. Something she wants to tell me. Okay. So it's true. Iris cooperated with the real killer. Maybe even from the very beginning.
Phoenix?
Jesus, Mia. Jesus. Mia. How is Maya doing?
Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely. But emotionally, she's been hurt very badly by this case.
I see. You don't mean she's learned who Elise Donham really was?
Yes, I went to the medical office and talked with her. I told her everything I knew.
But why?
Maya's stronger than you think. I knew she could take it, all of it.
What do you mean by that?
I wanted to figure that answer out by herself. By herself. The trial's about to restart. The real killer, you know who it is yet?
Iris wouldn't tell me who killed her, but still. I think that just maybe, I know who it was. There could only be one left. That night the victim was killed in the garden of the Inner Temple. And the criminal wasn't just there by accident. Which means that the killer knew of Dahlia's plan from the very beginning.
And one more thing. The victim was moved to the Hazakura Temple, side by pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. That means they were stuck on the Inner Temple, side for almost an entire day.
Exactly. So the criminal was someone that wasn't in Hazakura Temple the following day.
That's as much help as I can give you. The rest of your battle is yours to win or lose.
Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Mia. Freaking profile shot, by the way. Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see anyway? And who was it that actually killed Misty Faye? Whoever it was, I have to prove it. Me and all by myself. Phoenix does get saved a lot by Maya and Mia and Pearl. His ass gets saved a lot. I thought that was the end, but no, we got a little more. We got one more round. Oh my god, there's a little more. But for now, that right there is the game for now. I had fun playing it. Hope you had fun watching it. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun listening by, and see you next time. Oh my god.